Welcome back, time to newcomers alike to Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. In this episode, the first case of Case 3 begins. Let's prove Maggey Byrde innocent for everything that's happened already, without doing another investigation. No, just kidding, we have to. Let's go!
Oh, I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? But he was there when I took the coffee over, sir. Scout's honor!
Maggey!
Detective Gumshoe!
Are you doing alright? How are you feeling?
As if you need to ask either question, sir.
Oh, don't let him get you down, Maggey. And don't forget to eat well, okay?
Roger!
And you!
Yes?
You better square this case away, got it, pal? Maggey's innocent, you hear? If you screw up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest.
I think he's serious.
Hey, Detective! You're on our side for once, right?
Yep.
So you'll be able to help Maggey out, right?
Really? Can you, sir?
Of course. I've got the situation under control. I'm gonna be the first witness on the stand today. If something I say doesn't mesh with the facts, make sure you point it out, alright?
Sure.
Okay. We're forming a united front today, pal. You get me?
I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, Detective. I know I can count on you.
Looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, huh?
I can only wish. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggey Byrde. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Bitter.
Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Ah! What's wrong? Nothing. It's just whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was, "You are talking to me?" It was a little, intimidating. No, that wasn't me. That was the phony Phoenix. I see. So our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is he? Our trusty, So, Mr. Godot, your opening statement, please.
Mr. Wright, whether you're a fake or the real deal, we will find out soon enough through this trial today.
But I can already tell you, I'm the real Phoenix Wright.
I wasn't questioning whether you were Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you studied law or not. That's what I intend to find out.
There's no denying it. Behind that mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another. As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial. Nor will I stand for a simple repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial. I'm not planning on repeating anything that phony me said. Trust me. Now then, Mr. Godot, please summon your first witness.
Let's start with the formalities, shall we? Name and occupation.
Witness, state your name for the court.
Huh? Sorry, sir. The name's Police Department Detective. Occupation, Dick Gumshoe.
Other way around, Detective.
Huh? Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir.
Since yesterday?
Yeah, the guy who was on the initial investigation's tied up with another case right now.
I hope Gumshoe's really got everything under control. For everyone's sake.
I see. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you outline for the court the basic facts of the case?
Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn Elg. He was a professional programmer. He was on the payroll of Blue Screens Inc., a local company. This is the victim's autopsy report.
The court accepts this into evidence. Glenn's autopsy report added to the court record.
And here are the floor plans of the restaurant. When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here. The poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the waitress.
The waitress being the accused?
Yeah. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of the coffee. At the time of the incident, there were 2 other people at the restaurant. Mr. John Armstrong, the owner and chef, and a regular by the name of Mr. Victor Kudo.
It still seems to be a very straightforward case to me. 3BN floor plans added to the court record.
Come, Detective, take up this hammer. And nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own 2 hands.
Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony.
Yes, sir. When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. We understand that the guy, Glenn Elg, was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And, it looks like Miss Byrde might have, well, some kind of a motive.
Using the dark, aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison? Classy lady.
The facts of this case seem to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination, but... Yes? Please, no intimidation tricks this time around. Is that understood? I already told you, that wasn't me. Okay, the victim was alone at his table. I think we have to press the last statement because it's really freaking vague. Okay. Press. Some kind of a motive?
Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown way out of proportion.
Objection!
You know what my golden rule is, Detective? Chuck out a bad cup of coffee. You can always get another.
Huh? I don't get it.
I'm saying we can always get another witness on the stand if we have to chuck you out.
Oh.
So stick to the facts, Detective. Now then, what was Miss Byrde's motive?
Come on, Gumshoe.
She was... They said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket.
I knew it. That's what we heard yesterday, too.
It disappeared from the scene of the crime.
And it wasn't just any lottery ticket. It was a winning ticket for $500,000.
Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one.
Then is it possible Maggey stole the winning one? What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Yes. Wait a minute. The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared in no way implicates my client.
Ah. I have here in my hand the very ticket in question.
That's the $500,000 lottery ticket?
One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search of the defendant.
What? Order!
She's quite a lucky bird, our little waitress.
You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court, immediately! I'd better keep an eye on that ticket, the way the judge's voice is quivering. Victim's lottery ticket out of the court record. This ticket was presented to the court in the previous trial, too. But it feels heavier now, somehow. $500,000, you say?
It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor.
I bet he wants to say it was found on Maggey's person.
You really think there are any contradictions in this testimony?
To be honest, I don't know.
But Gumshoe told us out in the lobby. He said we'd be forming a united front, right? How will we win the case if he doesn't throw us a line?
I don't have a whole lot of options right now. The best I can do is gather the facts together, I guess. Okay, so the victim was alone. Trace of poison found in the coffee cup, potassium cyanide. Okay, so maybe we just have to press everything. Let's press the first one. Can I stop you for just a minute?
Huh? What is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence?
He's so desperate for that to be true, he's practically crying. Your testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Byrde. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table.
Yeah, that's what she said, and I...
What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction?
Hey!
Sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe?
Yeah, it's true. The two testimonies tie up on that. They both said there was no other guy at the table.
What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Yes. Well, maybe the other witnesses just missed him. Perhaps their view of the victim's table was obscured in some way.
Huh. That argument is as weak as the coffee at Tribulations. Right.
That's pretty darn weak.
I have here in my possession a ticket.
A ticket? Looks more like a photo to me.
Yes, a one-way ticket to Guiltyville. Population, the defendant. Only a few short miles from city failure. Population Gumshoe.
Aw.
This is a photograph taken from near the entrance to the kitchen.
This is the scene as witnessed by the chef moments after the poisoning took place, correct?
I think that the court will agree that was such a clear view of the scene of the crime. How, Mr. Trite, could anyone have overlooked a second person at the table?
Ah! It certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly. Crime photo added to the court record. Okay, he was listening to the radio. Press everything in Gumshoe's testimony. He was listening to the radio, you say?
Yeah, he had a portable radio in his chest pocket.
Press the dishes, press the plates, press everything Gumshoe's testimony creates!
Maggey told us that too, didn't she? Something about how one of them had some sort of earpiece?
What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Press everything! And what was it that the victim was listening to on the radio, Detective Gumshoe?
Huh? How should I know?
Thanks a lot. We're now one step closer to the middle of nowhere.
This isn't going very well, is it?
Huh. Detective, could you perhaps tell us about the poison and how it was used? Okay, press. So, traces of the poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else?
Not sure I get you, pal.
Was the poison a liquid, or was it a powder?
If I had to put it in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance.
So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper...
Ha! Do you put salt and pepper in your coffee, Trite?
The victim took his coffee black, with no sugar.
It seems that the poison could only have been in the coffee. What should I do? Should I press on the... Yes! Press the defendant! Press him harder! Are you absolutely certain that the victim even drank any of his coffee?
Huh? What do you mean?
According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. But what proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it?
Oh, hey, you're right. That's what I was thinking. Stop doing that.
God dang it, Godot.
In case you were wondering, that last objection was for the detective there.
Huh? For me?
Oh, hey, you're right. You may be a fool in the court, but I'm not falling for it. If you have the time to waste, you have the time to present that piece of evidence.
That piece, sir?
Yes, that piece.
What piece was it again?
God dang it, Gumshoe.
This!
Should I be grateful this coffee is only hot enough to give me first-degree burns?
Oh, now I remember. This is the, victim's coffee cup.
Yes, the victim's cup. Take a good look at the rim.
Ah, yes, it's unmistakable. There's clearly a coffee stain on it.
Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poison coffee that was in this cup. The victim gulped down the bitter death that the waitress brought to him. Like a man!
Ah!
For the record, the only prints on the cup were the victim's and the defendant's.
Coffee cup added to the court record.
Upon further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance.
That's enough! The facts of this case seem overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime of which she is charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond the reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime.
I like an old man who knows the score.
There's also the matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides a very credible motive. I mean, for that sum of money, even I might be tempted to bend the rules. God dang it, Byrde.
I don't mind an old man who is weak to the siren's call of money.
Not good, Nick. The evidence against Maggey is starting to pile up fast.
Yeah, that's because the court has ruled guilty once already.
I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance with one final, decisive piece of evidence.
He's got more evidence against Maggey?
This is the apron the delightful Miss Byrde was wearing at the time.
Wow, that's not the cleanest apron I've seen.
That stain looks like... it can't be blood, can it?
It seems the star of our play was a little flustered. And somehow spilled coffee on herself.
The coffee? That's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye.
Of course, the coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more.
Something else? I presume you mean...
Of course, I'm referring to the pocket.
the pocket?
A search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide, the very poison used by the killer, was in her apron pocket.
A bottle of poison in Maggey's pocket?
Yeah, and Maggey's prints were the only ones on it.
What? Order! The court will accept these items into evidence. Apron out of the court record. Potassium cyanide out of the court record. There's something still bothering me, Mr. Godot. Why have you not explained the bloodstain to the court?
Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be?
Don't play games, prosecutor. The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron.
That's ridiculous! No one told me anything about a bloodstain!
You don't need to be told, just look at it.
Well, detective, could this stain really be blood?
No way, sir. It's just ketchup, sir.
Ketchup?
She must have gotten some on her apron while taking someone their breakfast that day.
You could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe.
Pull a stunt like that again and I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup, witness!
I thought everyone knew what it was already.
I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last verdict I ruled on this case. The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence. They have all been clearly established.
Well, Trite, it seems you really are a phony after all.
You really know how to drive a man nuts. Witness, please continue with your testimony. Describe to the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigation there.
The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kinda scary old man, sir. Poor Maggey had passed out from the shock. It must have been real tough for her.
Ooh la la.
The victim didn't have any identification on him. But we figured out who he was pretty quick, and the investigation went smoothly. When Maggey was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene.
You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good.
Last chance to convince the court you're a real lawyer, Trite. Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one, so let the fun begin.
Freaking Gumshoe! Your testimony sucks! Alright, let's see. The crime was reported by a kind of scary old man. She passed a... Tell me about the scary old man. Scary old man, Detective Gumshoe?
There's an old man who's a regular at the restaurant when the incident happened.
Ah, we're obviously talking about the same old man.
Officers were dispatched right after the report came in, but the old guy still made a fuss. What took you so long? Then he hurled abuse at them. And seeds.
Seeds.
Huh. It was nothing. I caught each one with my teeth.
I guess not even the mighty Godot can avoid being attacked by that guy.
The old man was the only other customer in the place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone, apparently, so he was late reporting the crime.
Did she? How long was the defendant unconscious for?
The officers got to the crime scene at around 2:40. Maggey was still out cold in the kitchen at that time. It took another 10 minutes or so before she came to. I would have liked to have been on the scene myself.
I bet you would have liked to have carried out the search, too. See what I did there.
I would have loved to see Maggey asleep like that, all pretty and peaceful.
You're a professional detective, Gumshoe, not a professional bird watcher.
Save the romantics for your own time, detective. All we need to know about is the investigation.
Oops, I guess I'm pretty red right now, aren't I?
Victim didn't have any ID. Okay, he didn't have any ID, but you figured out who he was. Tell me. Wait a sec.
Huh? Did I say something dumb again?
Let me paraphrase what you just testified to this court. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's basically what you said, yes?
Yeah, basically.
In that case, how were you able to identify the victim so quickly?
Oh, that.
He's so let down, he's got the whole sagging shoulders and puppy eyes thing going.
There was a prescription bag on the victim's table along with a lottery ticket.
It seems Mr. Glenn Elg visited his doctor before he went to Tribulations.
We got the victim's name from the medical records of the doc who prescribed the meds.
That's a reliable enough source for the court. What should I do? Should I leave this alone or ask to hear more? That's about the prescription bag, health insurance, prescription bag. So what sort of medicine was in the bag?
Well, actually, the bag we found was empty.
Huh?
Yeah, completely empty.
It was completely empty? Victim's prescription bag added to the court record.
Huh. You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence? Desperate are you, Mr. Trite? Now, what happened with the investigation after that, detective?
We found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison, and that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. But you have an empty bag here, god dang it. There's a prescription missing from the crime scene. Mother freaker! Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point something out to you. There is just one small contradiction in your testimony.
Oh, finally! Oh, I'm getting all anxious just waiting, so hurry up, will ya?
We'll have to do that next episode. Rate, comment, subscribe, favorite, and next time on Trials and Tribulations, maybe Gumshoe will actually become useful. Yay!
Oh.